Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time since we did this, but you know, it's time to do an update on my Winnebago EKKO 23B. It's a 2025, and I've been driving this for 24,000 miles. That's a lot of miles, guys. So let's take a look at the list of things that might need a little tweaking and could use a little help. And let me know in the comments below if you have any of these similar items or if there's things you've done to maybe help prevent them. Let's take a look at the list. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I've got my list right here. Oh geez, I've got a van problems list. Let's see what we got here. Noise under the hood, that's one. A broken AC cover, that's two. A vent in bedroom. Interesting. Door squeak, rattle in above the door cabinet, and sound in suspension. Let's take a look at these one-on-one. Let's start with the noise under the hood. So the noise under the hood is really weird, and I've heard a lot of different things. I actually took it to a Mercedes tech who took a look at it, said he needed more time with it, but when talking to other Mercedes owners, they're like, I've heard something similar to that. So it's just this beeping sound. It's hard to describe, but I'm like, what exactly is causing it? Is it okay? Is it something else? I need to know the exact, if it's okay, because there's no code showing up. So that's been an interesting thing to learn about. I still don't really have the full scope on what I'm dealing with, so if you know anything about that, let me know on that too. This is my GE AC, which I have to tell you has been working really well. Some people complain about the sound. I think it's been doing really well. But when I'm in these dusty areas such as Colorado, the filter has to be cleaned quite frequently, every other week, if not every week. So I was taking it out and you can see what happened. It actually broke in half right here. This whole thing broke in half. And so our RVer's best friend, of course, is to use duct tape. I've got it in there right now. I do have a ticket out. Hopefully I can get cover for this again, or maybe even switch out the AC. I don't know, but it's been working great. As of right now, I've looked at other things, but let's just get a cover and fix that one on the go. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have this and how often you clean your air filters on your AC. All right, so I've had some door issues. I don't know if you guys have had door issues. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. I'm gonna open this up. Now, you'll notice some things here real quick. Number one, you'll notice how it isn't closing very well. So I'm gonna show you real quick. I don't wanna burst your ears, but it's just not. There's lots of things that the hinges are actually bent. So if you look up here, you can see a huge difference. When I try to shut it one more time, let's see if I can do this. There we go. It just doesn't want to shut. So we've actually put in for a replacement door through Winnebago. Bankston Motors in Huntsville, Alabama is going to connect with me. We're going to redo this, which is great. So hopefully we'll get this done in October and no more squeaking. Now the thing is, when I drive, it chirps like a bird. So this door, it's definitely safe because I can lock it and get it done. But it definitely needs to be replaced, and the hinges are pretty bent. If you look up here, you can see lots of things that are wrong. It's been quite an adjustment. Now, I will say this. I've taken really good care of this. I know the wind probably got away from me one time, but it just did not do well. So I mentioned there's a sound. I think it's like suspension, but what I found is it's actually the spare tire cage. So when I'm driving, it has a squeak sound. Really interesting. So we have to figure that one out. Take a look at this. So there's the spare tire cage, and for some reason it's making noises when I'm traveling, so we're going to figure out what we need to do, and if we can grease it up, lube it up, tighten it up, something like that. The awning was something we didn't have on the list, but the awning is definitely no bueno. So I know this is Carefree of Colorado's awning, and I've not been able to use it very well because it just doesn't seem to work. And when it does work, it won't go back in. So this is something I will be replacing, and hopefully Winnebago will be looking into other vendors for this as well. I love the idea of an awning. I just like it to be 100% reliable and work every time. So probably moving to a Fiamma. I believe I'll be going to Freedom Van Gogh and they'll be installing it for me. So very excited about getting a new awning that actually works. In August, some of you might remember when I was in Colorado that my window in my bathroom actually fell out. So still waiting a replacement. I think it's going to be in Huntsville, Alabama when I get back, and we'll replace the bathroom window. But that's definitely on the list too. All right, now we've been talking about all the things that are not exactly perfect with it right now, because it's true. There's been a lot of things that are, we just have to fix and get done. Let's talk about the things we did upgrade and we did fix and find solutions for, because this is just as important. So I'm going to start with where I put my produce. That's always been an issue. If you actually travel and things don't fit in your fridge, you want to put them on your counter, whatever. I came up with this really cool idea of jute bags, and they work really well. Put them on some command strip hooks. I put my, apples, tomatoes, avocados. I even put a loaf of bread in there one time. It worked out really well. But what's interesting about jute bags, it keeps the flies and insects down. Heaven forbid your tomato goes bad, I know these things. It's been there before. So it does really well with keeping the insects at bay. So really handy. I'll put a link in the description below. I did get these on Amazon. Super awesome. And they come in different sizes. So one of my more interesting pain points with my Winnebago EKKO is storage. And I have been looking for all sorts of ideas. You know, they only come with so many cabinets, and it really needs some extra cabinets. So Van Wife Components hooked me up with some really cool prototypes, and now they're on the market. I'm so excited about these. Come in different colors, and I know there's going to be people like Freedom Van Gogh where you can order them from, and different colors, things like that. So I opted for the moss green, which I really like because they match the ones I had already, and I already have some of them. I don't have all of them, but I'm getting the rest of them in January when I get down to Freedom Van Gogh. So take a look at this because it's a game changer. All right, so as soon as you open the door, it's right above the door. It's narrow enough so you can get in without hitting your head, which I really like. But this is wonderful. So I love this because there's lots of room. There was not a cabinet here before, and I got these wonderful little rope baskets. I put all sorts of stuff in there, and it's very well organized. You could do shoes, hats, whatever you want. It's just a really great cabinet. It was definitely a need. I've also replaced the one behind the passenger seat. Great, it is a little deeper, a little longer, which I like. They actually give me a lot more room to put things in. I've got all my books and whatever I need. They're sturdy. These are aluminum powder coated painted cabinets. They did a great job with these. And I have another one going this way behind the driver's seat. And this one's longer and deeper. So a lot more room, a lot more, ability to store things. That's what it really needed. But wait, there's more. In the bedroom, normally we talk about where you put your feet. I have one behind the passenger side, which is really great, and we're going to put one on the other side as well. But it's just the right size so you can still lift the bed and get things in there. Really handy. So when you go over here and you look at these cabinets, it's going to add more to what you currently have, and it matches the color. So behind the driver's seat, I've really been putting the love seat situation together and not using the tables much, just having space for the dog. It's really, really handy. And because of that, sometimes I sit there and I still want to put something someplace. So I came up with this idea. And I went back to, I call it my airline ideas here, if I can get this done. And it's like a tray table that comes down. How cool is that? And I can put a drink, I can put my laptop, whatever I want to do. Just really handy, and then you can use it with your love seat. So, just a thought, coming up with some interesting ideas of ways to solve problems and move forward. Another pain point I had was navigation for items such as Onyx. When I'm doing like a lot of off-roading or when I find dispersed camping, I wanted to have my own tablet was big enough so I could see the map. So I actually put one, and I got all the RAM mounts for this, which is really cool. My Navidock Overlander X is fantastic. So I've got lots of places to put a phone, communication equipment. I now have a place to put a camera, so if I want to drive and show you guys what I'm looking at, as well as of course a dash cam. So I can use that pad, the iPad, like I said, and just screw it into that. It sort of covers up the main computer screen right there, and it becomes my navigation. It's fantastic. Now I have replaced the tires. These are new tires. These are Falcon All-Terrain 4s. Really handy. Did all 6 tires. So wanted to get the hand cooks off. They were having some issues with side walls, so I want to make sure we replace those as soon as I got back. Found a really nice discount tire. Very grateful to get this done, and they're looking pretty good. So I know people are still going to ask me about my alternator. I still have it disconnected. I will be getting a new alternator in January. We'll talk about that later. It's going to be a big thing. I'm very excited about it. But until then, at least I have my DC to DC, which is nice. It's still helping me charge my house batteries, and things are working. So I've gone a few months without it, and I can say it still works. So for those of you who already have a Winnebago EKKO and are part of the community, some of these might be your pain points too. You never know. And for those of you interested in buying one, it's really nice to know ahead of time things that might become an issue or things you can overcome really quickly. So if you like this video and you like learning all about the Winnebago EKKO, RV life, van life, overlanding, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button and that bell to get notified. So come along and join our adventure crew. We'd love to see you out there. I go to a lot of meetups every year. I put them on my page on the events section. Love to see you guys, meet you in person, give you a sticker, hat, patch, you never know. And on top of that, guess what guys? We're gonna be doing more online things this fall and spring. So we'd love to see you and be a part of the community. It's all about the community this year. So until next week, just remember, safe travels and happy trails.